Hello, welcome. My name is Kendra Adair. If you are watching this video, you are on my doTERRA team. So welcome. I decided to add this class to the continuing ed series because I want everybody to know what the opportunity is to build a doTERRA business, what that actually means. So this video is a brief overview of the compensation plan and a little bit about why you should maybe consider it in the first place. Maybe you've never been invited to build a doTERRA business, and maybe you have, and you just didn't have enough information to say yes to it or even no to it. So what I'm hoping to do with this is to just add clarity and also maybe challenge you to dare to dream. A lot of us have had dreams in our lives, and especially as we were kids or teenagers, and then you have a family and you start to be more concerned about paying the bills, which is totally noble, by the way. But let's be honest, we also are here to have joy. And some of you might know my story. I'll just introduce myself a little bit because it ties into why I want to share this in the first place. But I'm the mother of 3 kids. I have a wonderful husband, Marty, and we have 3 kids together. I should include him. He's a big part of that. And 2 of those boys are here on earth with us, but our second child was a daughter. Her name was Stella, and she was stillborn at 34 weeks. She had trisomy 18. It kind of rocked our world, as you can imagine. So after having her and going through, all of those feelings, mourning and grief, and then, I don't know, just everything. And sometimes you still have those feelings, right? But overall, I have peace, knowing that she is in a wonderful place, and that she is still a part of our family, and that I will see her again. I know that with all of my heart. So that gives me a lot of hope and peace in my life. But what it's also brought me was that experience invited me to look at my life in a deeper way and ask myself, am I living the kind of life I really want to live? Because we only get one life. We only get one chance, one shot at this. And if we're just muddling through or putting up with it, it's just not, I believe, what God intended it to be for us. We were sent here to have joy and to include Him in that journey of finding joy. So I have found that joy in doing doTERRA. I used to be a nurse. I still actually have my nursing license. It's active, but I haven't actually worked in a nursing job for 5+ years, ever since I started doTERRA. And so, and in fact, I was in between jobs when doTERRA landed in my lap. I was looking for another nursing job. And then this came into my life. I started looking more into it and felt like this was my path. And so I haven't looked back. It's been a really wonderful journey, because for me, my why is not only to, so my why for doing nursing was to help people. And a lot of people in doTERRA want to help people, right? And that's why that's a big why we're doing it. And for me, I realized that as a nurse, I wasn't able to really help people heal like I could with introducing them to essential oils and giving them these other natural options that truly can help the body heal, because the body is, able to do that on its own. It just needs the right tools. So I fell in love with doTERRA, and I fell in love with the opportunity to share it with people, especially when I learned that there are oils that kill these resistant bugs, the resistant bacteria that is plaguing our hospitals and, You can get it in other places too, but that's the #1 place you can contract these resistant bugs. And so when I learned that, I got really excited and I wanted to start teaching about that. So that is a big part of my why, but it also filters into my family. I want to have the kind of lifestyle with my kids that I used to dream about as a young kid. I want to be able to take them all over the world. I homeschool them now. I want to be able to world school them, take them to different cultures and experience all these different wonderful things in this world that they can't get just through reading or watching movies. But I want them to experience life in 3D. And then also along with that, I want to be able to give back. I want to have the means to give whenever I want to give. I just learned of some refugees in Indonesia that are in a desperate situation. The Indonesian government will not allow the refugees there to work or own property. So, and the resettlement time now for them to go to a country that will allow them to have a life is about 5 to 15 years. So what do they do? How do they support themselves? So people there in Indonesia are trying to help them. But I just felt like when I learned about this and their plight, I just felt like this is why I do what I do. I want to be able to have the kind of means to just give at the drop of a hat and make a difference in people's lives. So, and then also take my children on different humanitarian trips. There are opportunities to serve locally all the time and abroad. And to have the time freedom and the financial freedom to do that is a dream of mine. Okay, so that said, now you know why I do doTERRA. And maybe you have dreams similar to that, or you have dreams different than that. It doesn't matter. But what doTERRA is a vehicle. It's a vehicle for you to do whatever it is that your heart really, truly desires and fulfill your purpose here on this earth. Because we all have one. We all have a unique purpose and reason for being here. So that said, let's jump into it. Okay, so you can actually download this doTERRA build guide on your back office or your online account. If you go to doTERRA, doTERRA.com, and you log in, on the top there is, it says advocates, and you'll just click on that or hover over it, and then the drop-down menu will say, what is it? Empowered Success. So you click on that, and you'll find all of these different guides. So the build guide is the only one I'm going to talk about right now because it goes over the compensation plan in a beautifully simple way. So if you want to do that, you can do it now and follow along with me. So understanding what residual income is the first key to understanding why you'd even want to do doTERRA. So residual income is something that you will, basically is a kind of income that provide you with money even when you're not at work. So when I was a nurse, when I clocked in, I was earning money, but as soon as I clocked out, I was not. So what we do in doTERRA, it's not a clocking in, clocking out kind of job. It's creating this kind of customer base that love the product, and so they order, and whenever they order, you get a commission. So you can be earning money even when you're not technically working. So it's awesome. Awesome, right? Okay. So I'm going to read this part of the booklet really quickly. Well, not really quickly, but that's what I'm going to do. There was a man who hauled buckets of water for a living. Every day he hauled water from the nearest source to his village miles away. If he wanted to make more money, he would simply work longer hauling buckets. After many years, he grew weary of hauling buckets. Then inspiration came. If he used his spare time to build a pipeline, eventually he could be free from hauling buckets. So he labored diligently for a few years to build his pipeline. The day he turned on the spigot, everything changed. He successfully created an unlimited supply of water and improved lifestyle for the villagers and himself, resulting in an abundant financial pipeline. Many people spend their lives trading hours for dollars and lack fulfillment or a sense of purpose. With doTERRA, anyone can choose to create time, energy, and financial freedom through building a lasting residual income pipeline. There is a video about this very story, the man, who hauled buckets, by Seth Risenmay. He is a doTERRA leader, and then this video that he did is one of the most popular videos that doTERRA shares or that people watch. And it's because it explains this concept so well. I highly recommend that you watch the longer version of it. There's a 4-minute version. Watch the 32-minute version. It's really worth your time. And you can just Google Seth Risenmay hauling buckets and you'll find it. It's really simple to find. So where are you in your life? Are you hauling buckets or are you building a pipeline? Are you trading hours for dollars like I was as a nurse and as most of us do? Or are you creating true lasting residual income? Are you building others' dreams or are you building your own dreams? So I invite you to ponder that, and let's go through a little bit more of this booklet. So why partner with doTERRA? Well, clearly, if you're watching this video, you know that doTERRA is the best. And we have the most tested and the most trusted oils, and we have a 65% retention rate. The reason that is significant is because other MLMs or industries like ours only enjoy about 12% residual income. And so that just proves that our product is what sells, right? People love our product because they buy it every month. So 65% is an incredible retention rate, and that is what provides you your residual income check. Our growth has been proven. We have still never plateaued, and that's remarkable. We've been around now for over 10 years. And in fact, this was our 10th year and in business. So we are the largest essential oil company in the world, and we are debt-free. That is huge. You can trust that doTERRA's founders are full of integrity. They're very, very careful with their money, with the money of the company. And so you can know that you're going to get a check every month. That doesn't always happen. There are other MLMs that go under frequently or can't pay their leaders, and that's really, really sad to me. But that you do not have to worry about with doTERRA at all. And then the other part of doTERRA is that they're very caring, and we are changing the world. So we have this beautiful co-impact sourcing and Healing Hands Foundation elements to the company that invite people to serve. I hope that all of you are checking that box to donate $1 to the Healing Hands Foundation with every order that you do, because 100% of that money goes towards Healing Hands projects. And we are doing some great things. We've built wells in Haiti, we've built schools in Nepal, and we partner with Operation Underground Railroad, which is one of my very favorite charities, and also Days for Girls, another one that's dear to my heart. So we are making a difference, and there are lots of opportunities for going on trips to see where we source the oils and to meet the farmers and to serve in their communities. We're helping people in these farmers in their communities. Most of them are in third world countries, have a fair price, price for their product, and we're able to give them a sustainable income that allows them to support their families and then some, be able to send their kids to school and things like that we take for granted a lot of the time. So there are 3 steps to building your financial pipeline. The first one here is to use the product. You have to know what you're talking about. The second one is to share, and that typically happens naturally, organically, because we love the product when we use it, so we start talking about it to people. And then the third thing we do is we just teach them about it. So we share it, and then they want to learn more, and we teach them, and we enroll them. This PIPES acronym stands for Prepare, which is the sampling part of introducing people to oils. Then we invite them to a class or do a one-to-one with them. we present at the one-to-one or the class, and then we enroll them in, help them get their own doTERRA membership, and then we support them by following up with them, making sure that they are using their oils and creating a plan with them that fits in their budget so that they can continue with this lifestyle. Okay, this is the fun part, right? That I'm excited to share with you. So how do you decide what you want to do? Okay, so maybe I've piqued your interest a little bit and you're like, maybe I will build a little bit of a doTERRA business, or maybe you're thinking I want to go, maybe I want to do more with it. Well, this is going to give you some other things to consider. So right here, pay for your product. These 3 ranks here will help you pay for your product. If you want to supplement your income, then you're going to look at hitting one of these ranks, and you can see here the different incomes that each of these ranks provide. And then if you're really wanting to go big, replace and multiply your income, then you would shoot for blue diamond and presidential diamond. So an elite an elite rank gives you on average $304 a month. Premier $742, silver $2,198, and it goes on from there. Gold almost $5,000, platinum almost $10,000, and diamond almost, sorry, I'm in the way, almost $17,000, and these are per month. Blue diamond $37,000 per month, and a presidential diamond makes an average of $110,000 per month. So dream big, why not? You can do it. You decide what you want to do, and then I help you create a plan, or your upline, or both of us will help you create a plan on how to get there. So let me explain how it works. This bottom purple line color is very consistent, and that's because this represents the fast start bonus, and right here it explains the fast start bonus. A fast start bonus is paid weekly on new enrollee volume for their first 60 days. So that means whenever you enroll somebody in doTERRA, they get their own wholesale membership. You get 20% of the PV of that order. The person that enrolled you gets 10% of that order, and then the person that enrolled them gets 5% of that order. So it's pretty cool when people in your downline start enrolling and you're getting paid for it. And you might not have even met that person, but the fast start bonus, like it says, only lasts for the first 60 days. So this is a hauling bucket activity. This isn't a residual income activity, but it's awesome because this puts money in your pocket right at the beginning whenever you enroll somebody. Or let's say you're a brand new builder. Like, this is a main part of your income as you build your residual income. So the fast start bonus is a very generous thing that doTERRA does, and it's very unique to our company. Okay. Oh, and this is so important. In order to get paid in doTERRA, you need to have a template of 100 PV on your LRP order at all times. Does that make sense? So you need to always have 100 PV in your cart on an LRP order all the time. So if you have, let's say that your order processes and you're like, okay, I don't want this or that, and you take it out of your cart and the PV drops below 100, the computer will not see that you qualify for commissions because these are paid weekly. So you have to put more things in your cart to make sure that that 100 PV is there and saved at all times. That's all you have to do in doTERRA to get a check, to earn commissions. You don't have to buy a business kit. If you decide you want to do the business, there's not like an investment up front. All you do is decide and then commit to 100 PV a month. And then me and your upline help you figure out what your next steps are, and we train you. So it's awesome. And there's so much support in doTERRA as far as building a business. You're never left on your own wondering what to do. Okay, the second line here, this blue line, represents the power of 3 bonus, and that is right here. It's explained here. this is paid monthly based on structure. So when you have an order, you've put in your 100 PV order, and then 3 people under you on your front line have put in an order of 100. You ideally 150, because in a perfect world, everyone does 150 and that equals 600, because that's what you need your overall volume to be, or your team volume. TV is your team volume. And usually we say OV, which is overall volume. But anyway, either way, this needs to equal 600, all of your orders together between the 4 of you. You might have more people on your front line that don't do 100, maybe they do 50, but it still contributes, and it's on LRP. As long as it's on LRP, it'll contribute to that 600 overall volume. Then when those 3 people do the same thing, they repeat and get their power of 3, then you will get a $250 bonus. And then when those 3 people, those 9 people now, repeat that again, and they all get their power of 3 bonus, then you get a $1,500 bonus, and your frontline leaders get a $250 bonus. It's awesome. So that is also a consistent type of income. It's not like you can change that one a whole lot, but it is still one to strive for. It's another kind of hauling buckets kind of thing, because it's not going to grow over time. The cap is 1,500, and that's on top of your fast start bonus, on top of your unilevel bonus, and on top of your leadership bonus, which I'm going to explain now. So your unilevel bonus is the green, and you'll notice that at the beginning it's not even existent. Not at all. By the time you hit Premier, there's a little hint of it. By the time you hit Silver, there's more, and then it starts to grow and grow and grow, and that's because you get paid deeper on those deeper levels as you rank higher. So once you hit Silver, you get paid all the way down to your 7th level. Likely you don't even have 7 levels till you're a Silver, so that it kind of works out. So this right here, this structure makes doTERRA very, very unique. Most other network marketing companies do the opposite of what we do. So on the first level where it says 2%, on our level 1, you only get 2%. You only get paid on 2% of your level 1 people's orders. And then as you go deeper, you get paid more. So by the time you hit the level 7, you're getting 7% on the orders of those people. Now, why does this matter? Well, because on your first level, you can only have so many people, right? It doesn't make sense to keep going wider and wider, because you want to build deeper over time. So it's awesome, because as you go deeper, your team gets wider. So when you have just a few people on your front line and you're only getting 2%, initially you're like, that's not very much. But over time, as you go deeper, you're going to get 7% on those orders all the way down. But there are a lot of people on your 7th level, right? There's a ton of people. So that's what makes it so generous. Most other companies, every other one as far as that I know of, they flip that. So they pay the most out on your first level, and then the least out as you go down. It goes, the more you go down, the less you get paid on those people. This is the other reason I like it. Not only is it brilliant as far as your income level goes and your checks go, but it motivates us to help those people that are deeper in our organization. We are invested in them. We want to support them, because it's this beautiful symbiotic relationship. They support us, we support them, because that, you know, as you grow that team deeper, it's going to help your check over time. So yeah, I think it's awesome. And it tells you right here. So elites are paid to the 5th level, premiers are paid to the 6th level, and then silvers and above are paid to the 7th level. Okay, the next one is a leadership bonus, and these are also paid monthly. All 3 of these are paid monthly. It's only the fast start that's paid weekly. The leadership bonus is like it says here, it's to reward leadership. 7% of global profits are divided among the leadership ranks. Let me scroll down a little so you can see it. So 1% of those profits go to the premiers and silvers. 2% go to the silver, gold, and platinum. 1% to diamond and blue. They're their own pool plus their own. So they share this pool, and then they each have their own pool. So that's why when you hit diamond, the bonus is typically about $7,000 just that month for hitting diamond. The bonus for premiers is $190, and that's the stipulation with premiers is you do need to enroll someone that month with at least 100 PV to get that bonus. But that's still very generous, and that's fairly new in the compensation plan. So how cool is that, you guys? I mean, holy cow. Leadership bonus, they're so generous. They're sharing the profits with their leaders. Okay. That hopefully explains why the colors get bigger the higher the ranks go. That's how come these numbers are so huge, is you're getting your unilevel, but also these major leadership bonuses. Okay. Come on. Here we go. So I invite you to ponder this page. Each of us has, I'm going to read this top part. Each of us has the opportunity to create and live the life we desire. With doTERRA, you can build an abundant financial pipeline to allow yourself to be free to give. And I just want to reiterate that the culture in doTERRA is service. It's giving back. These top leaders in doTERRA are some of the most incredible people I've met. I don't know all of them, but I know a lot. And they have the biggest hearts. And when you come to a doTERRA convention, there is nothing there about, guess how much money I make, and look at the car that I get, and it's just not that. I know other MLM companies at their conventions, it's all about the money, and it's all about what people are doing with their money and all the big elaborate vacations and cars and houses and whatever. It couldn't be more different at a doTERRA convention. We talk about our farmers. Sometimes they come and we get to all cry because we hear their stories and how we're changing their lives. Every time you buy a bottle of vetiver, I want you to think of the people in Haiti because you're changing lives. That's just one example. But also it's just so full of education. And then we talk about healing hands and all the projects that are going on with that. Anyway, it's just the most generous company with the most generous people, and it's a privilege for me to align myself with them, and I invite you to do the same if any of this resonates with you. Okay, so what would make the biggest impact in your life? Earning more, working smarter, doing what you love. Look at those different things and see what would make the biggest impact in your life. What resonates with you? Down here, it kind of gives you an idea of how much time you would need to invest to get to one of these ranks. 3 to 5 hours a week to reach elite in 2 to 3 months, or premier in 6 months. And this is the income that you would receive. That would be paying for your product. For these higher goals, higher ranks, it would be 10 to 15 hours a week. And then for anyway, elite, silver, diamond, elite in 1 month, if you can work 15 to 30 hours a week, you can be elite in a month versus 2 to 3 months. So the more time you can invest, the faster you'll reach the ranks. That's kind of obvious, right? But whatever you can do is great. And we work with you and come up with a plan that makes sure whatever hours you can contribute, you're doing the most important activities to get to help you reach your goals. Okay. So 3 steps to launch your business. First is living the lifestyle. Second is to share with others. And 3, actually teaching people and launching your business. And we can teach you how to do that. You can choose if you want to do it in 30 days, elite in 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days, and so forth. The first step is to make a names list of the people that you know that you think would be, well, you don't have to judge them. You just write down people. And then after you write down the people, then you go back and think who would be open to natural solutions I could possibly sample. And we just start there. doTERRA is bringing hope, healing hearts, raising leaders, and living dreams. I want to also close with a quote that I love. It's on my wall back there, but I wrote it down here so that I could not mess it up. And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to bloom. That's by Anais Nin. I just think that everyone needs to just make sure that the life you're living is the life you want. Because this quote really speaks to my heart, and maybe it's speaking to you as well. I know people who have lived their whole lives, even, it doesn't matter what your profession is. It could be a doctor or a lawyer. It could be, you know, I can't think of anything else, an airline pilot. I don't know. It could be anything. But if you are not finding joy in what you do, there's a problem. And if you are seriously just living paycheck to paycheck, that's no way to live. And it's not bringing you joy. You probably have a lot of stress in your life. And I have felt that in my life. I know how that is. And it's terrible. So, and most likely, you have something in your heart that is there. You do. You have something in your heart that's there. You might not remember it, but a dream that you want, that you wanted at one time, that you didn't dare to keep dreaming. So I invite you to bring that back to the surface and know that this is legit. doTERRA is legit. The support is legit. And I want to help you succeed. This is simply an invitation. I just want everybody to know what they're saying yes or no to when it comes to building a doTERRA business. So I hope that this clarified some things and gave you some things to ponder. Please reach out to me or your upline if you want to learn more. Thanks for watching.